come up.
I will start by telling you that in my life, I have worn many faces. You name it, I've done it. From living in the house on the hill, having it all, to living on the streets, strung out, I've experienced it all. I come from a long line of alcoholics and drug addicts. My parents partied every weekend, usually till they were so drunk they couldn't remember what they had done the night before. I can remember that at about age 9, I was finishing up the drinks that were lying around. I didn't have very many friends, and I hated school. I got pregnant with my first child at age 16. Now that I look back, I believe I was looking for an escape out of the hell I called home. I moved out and was doing okay for a few years, but when that relationship fell apart, I ran back to my mama. Big mistake. I was now 19 and I started using meth with my mom. I entered IAC in April 2015, and I moved into my own apartment with my 2 children in June. Joe was graduating from his program in Monterey County in August 2015 and was planning on joining us here. But me and Joe have a not-so-perfect past, and that past will come up and bite you at the most inopportune time.
Before coming to Solutions for Change, my life was like all of the worst cliches from an old country music song. I had lost everything. I had lost my kids, my fiance, my job, my home, and worst of all, I had lost myself. I had hit rock bottom so hard that I felt like I was stuck underneath the bottom of a rock. Finally, one day, I decided to climb out from underneath that rock and get some help. I went to a men's program called the Fellowship Center in Escondido. There I was able to get clean and sober, and I started to find myself again. It was a great starting point for me, but my ultimate goal was to get my family back, so we decided to come to Solutions for Change. I remember when I found out our intake date. I literally felt like I had won the lottery. Because of that moment, I knew that I was going to get my family back.
Before Solutions, I was broken in spirit and unstable, moving from house to house or living in our car. My kids averaged 3 different schools a year. I was very frustrated and turned to drugs to take me out of reality. But the reality was failing as a mother. I was desperate and wanted to change, and heard of Solutions and applied. In the moment, I sobered up and got clean. I wanted a better life for my family. Today, having been halfway down the amazing path at Solutions, I've been able to provide stability for my children with no government assistance.
In my last incarceration, after being in for about 3 months, I finally got on my knees, sobbing. I gave my life to Christ and began begging, asking him to give me back my family and my life. When I got on May 5th, 2015, I used for 5 days. It was hell. But on May 10th, that was the day I decided to clean up, and I got myself into a drug treatment program where I stayed for the very first time in my life, 90 days, without getting kicked out or walking away. And here at Solutions for Change has been full of new beginnings, new experiences, and new friends. I made mistakes. Plenty of mistakes. But I've learned to deal with my problems with the help of some amazing people.
When I first found out about this program, Solutions for Change, I was interested to get more information. This program was designed to give a lost soul such as myself direction. It also has provided me with the right tools to be a better parent and a law-abiding citizen. Before I entered these doors of change, I was unemployed, couch surfing, and renting rooms for my friends and family. I have suffered from drug addiction since the age of 19 years old, as well as depression and illnesses. I was very physically ill during the beginning of this program, and I came into this program a broken woman, considering my life circumstances. It has not been an easy task to take on rebuilding my life, but I have now, and I am moving forward. Today I feel great. Every day is a healing process for me. I completed summary probation and hope to be able to expunge my record in misdemeanor citations. I have been working full-time at the Hyatt for 5 months and have been able to save money. Most importantly, I have been clean and sober for 1 year.
And I entered Solutions for Change on September 4th, 2013. I have 2 children, ages 2 and 8. Before coming to Solutions, I was married for 5 years, but things did not work out for us. I did not have any option but marriage dissolution. Then I moved out with my daughter and rented a room in someone's house where I stayed for 2 years. I had to move out when I found out I was pregnant with my son. When I first came into the shelter, it was different for me. I had to share everything with 12 other families. 12 other families. We had to do chores, which was humbling. I have learned a lot from solution classes, and even more from being a resident, including how to be patient in difficult situations. My life today is busy. I am not perfect, but I am trying to stay focused on what matters to me now. I enjoy running and working out. I am going to school to become a social worker, and I have completed 3 years of my degree.
I had real support from a whole team of people who truly cared about me and wanted to help me find myself again. At the shelter, it was Tina and Christian, my case managers Diana and Kelly, the farm managers Kevin and especially Jennifer, weekly Bible study with Dennis, and Chris and Tammy, who open their doors every day to total strangers and give people like me a real chance. A little over 2 years ago, I got a job at a travel company, so now I spend my days helping people plan vacations. In a month and a half, I will be fulfilling one of my lifelong dreams and will be taking a week-long cruise down to Mexico.
My story can go on and on. I'll just make it short but sweet. Just know that I don't want to start crying. If it wasn't for Solutions for Change, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. You guys taught me how to get up, get dressed, look for a job, go to work, take care of my son. Because if someone was to tell me 11 years ago that I would be where I'm at today, I would have said, you're full of crap. I would have went into the next room, got high, and because I didn't even love myself. I didn't even know how to love myself. I didn't know how to love my children. I didn't know how to love my friends. I just knew how to run around with the homies and be running from parole, in and out of prison, getting high. And today I can actually stand here and say that I love myself and I'm a successful business owner, and thank you.